Monday afternoon in this 2026 World Cup season. Welcome to Beyond the Game, where the goals are spectacular, the emotions are raw, and the headlines never stop coming. The FIFA World Cup has once again reminded us why it's the greatest show on earth. Now, we've witnessed giant killers becoming giant slayers, underdogs refusing to read the script, and football powerhouses discovering that reputation alone doesn't win matches. The highs? Stunning goals, packed stadiums, emerging stars announcing themselves to the world, and moments of brilliance that will live long after the final whistle. The lows? Missed penalties, defensive disasters, shattered dreams, and fans left wondering how everything went wrong so quickly. And then, of course, the controversies. VAR decisions still dividing opinion, refereeing calls sparking heated debates, managers questioning officiating, and social media turning every incident into a global courtroom within seconds. That's the beauty and the madness of the World Cup. Every pass is scrutinized, every decision is debated, and every match has the power to create heroes, villains, and unforgettable stories. So buckle up, because the drama is far from over. This is Beyond the Game, where we look past the scoreline and dive into the stories shaping the world's biggest football tournament. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Thank you for joining us on Beyond the Game today. Oh, amazing. What a beautiful performance. The fourth day of the FIFA World Cup 2026 kicked off on Sunday, June 14, with the Group E contest between four-time champions Germany and Curaçao. The Netherlands then took on Japan in their Group F match, with Côte d'Ivoire and Ecuador opening their Group E campaigns. Sweden and Tunisia also locked horns in their Group F clash. The Dutch team is a favorite of many, considering just how close they've been to winning the tournament. Some refer to the Orange team as the best team that has never won, considering their near wins in 1974, 1978 and 2010. In Group F, the Netherlands and Japan delivered the game of the tournament thus far in a 2-2-3 lead for a stretch, before Daichi Kamada delivered an equalizer for the Samurai Blue in the 88th minute to earn a draw and a point in Group E. Now, Germany briefly allowed Curaçao its moment in World Cup history, but ultimately imposed its will in a 7-1 rout. Another highlight of the game is a Leroy Sane miss, which is being referred to as possibly the worst of the tournament. Well, so far, that is. Now, a lot is happening in football right now. There is absolutely no doubt about it. We're talking about the World Cup here, the biggest tournament in the world, especially when you talk about soccer. It is so exciting, all that is happening right now. Now, let's tell you some more. Let's start with the lost and found episode that was trending. England had $18,000 and £13,500 worth of property stolen in a theft from a vehicle that was carrying equipment, and that's according to Jackson County's prosecution office. Two men, Mustafa Salik and Efan Kamal, have been charged in connection with the incident, which happened as the vehicle was taking equipment from England's pre-tournament camp in Florida to Kansas City. Despite the incident, the Football Association have been clear that nothing was taken that would impact their preparations for Wednesday's opener against Croatia. Of the property taken, listed in court documents seen by BBC Sports, 4 pairs of football boots, 1 football, a pair of goalkeeper gloves and training kit were stolen. 3 signed jerseys valued at a total of $15,000 were also listed as items taken. Now, it is understood that majority of what was stolen has now been recovered, which of course is good news for the English team. Now, Senegal will open their World Cup campaign in the United States without an official home-based supporters delegation after U.S. visa refusers blocked fans from traveling. Senegalese authorities said that they would not send a formal fan group to support the Teranga Lions after visa applications were rejected by the U.S. Consular Services. The decision means Senegal's local supporters will not be present in the stands for the team's Group I campaign, which begins against France on June 16 before matches against Norway and Iraq. The visa problem has also affected Ivory Coast supporters, according to the same AFP report, adding to wider concerns over access to the 2016 World Cup for fans from some participating countries. Now, the issue comes amid a broader scrutiny of host country entry decisions, as Somali referee Omar Tan was denied entry to the United States despite holding a valid visa, while Ghana midfielder Thomas Partey was ruled out of his team's opener after Canada refused his visa application. FIFA has said immigration decisions remain the responsibility of host governments. It's interesting to note that Japan's supporters have built a respected reputation for tidying up football stadiums before they leave. While most sports fans might be accustomed to stepping over half-eaten food and discarded plastic, their peers from Japan are known for a vastly different approach. Japan first played at the World Cup in 1998 in France, when their supporters were spotted tidying up the stadium before exiting. It is now a sight which football fans are accustomed to seeing at a World Cup, as well as the Olympics and other major sporting events which Japan compete at. 4 years ago, at the Qatar World Cup, fans of the Samurai Blues swiftly paused their party after a sensational 2-1 win over Germany to clean up the area of the Khalifa International Stadium, which they were seated in. Japanese fans were even spotted at the tournament opener between Qatar and Ecuador, tidying up again despite their own side not being involved. The tradition continues as the Japanese fans were spotted cleaning up the stadium after a 2-2 draw with the Dutch national team. Now, the unprecedented in-match commercials during the ongoing tournament stem from FIFA's introduction of mandatory 3-minute hydration breaks in every half of the 104 matches. Now, while FIFA mandated these for player welfare, major broadcasters like Fox Sports have used this pause to cut directly to full-screen advertisement. These mid-match ads have sparked immense debate in the football community. It had over 10 hours of advertising time across the tournament, generating millions of dollars in revenue. FIFA uses the time to ensure all teams get uniform breaks in North American summer. For fans and purists, mid-game breaks and commercials go against the traditional flowing, uninterrupted nature of soccer. Many fans argue it interrupts the natural rhythm of the game and detracts from the viewing experience, creating a backlash across board. Not many fans like it. Not many fans find it impressive, and unsurprisingly so, really. Now, Thierry has apologized after comments made during Fox's coverage of the FIFA World Cup opening game between the United States and Paraguay sparked criticism from Nigerian fans. The Arsenal and France legend, working as a studio analyst alongside Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Alexi Lalas, reacted during a pre-match segment involving streamer Aisha Speed, who wore a US jersey paired with Nigerian national team shots. Ibrahimovic joked about the combination, while Henry remarked that mixing kits is often considered bad luck in sports and added, "I love Nigeria, but today is US for you." The comments were widely shared on social media and prompted...
Hello, my people. This is Thierry. What a game we had yesterday. I needed to clarify something because, I don't think people understand when you say stuff sometime or when a joke is a joke. So I just played yesterday at the short of Nigeria and the top of the US. And so I just said to him, it is bad luck to break the set. Could have been the short of France, Italy or Spain. I would have said the same thing. I was just having a little joke with him, saying that it will be bad luck. Not Nigeria is bad luck, but to break the set, because you go as a set, and I even said that I love Nigeria. And by the way, I do. I have mad respect for Nigeria and the people there. A lot of Arsenal fans, by the way, out there. So don't misunderstand stuff, please.
Nigeria is more than enough for us, isn't it? Well, that's the apology Henry issued, clarifying that no offense was intended and also acknowledging the sensitivity of national team symbols and fan pride, while revealing he respects Nigerian football culture deeply and supports its global fan base always. Realistically, though, especially for traditional football fans, wearing jerseys, mixed jerseys, really is bad luck in many circles, but then to each his own. At this point, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Beyond the Game. We'll be back in a bit. So watching Beyond the Game on TVC, bringing you highlights of the 2026 World Cup. We're super chuffed, and I am as well. Okay, so let's talk about Vinícius's refusal to give an interview during the halftime of Brazil versus Morocco. Now, I'm going to reenact this, okay? The journalist says, "FIFA will fine you." Vinícius responds, "We will pay the fine, but we will not give any interviews." Now, that viral exchange, alongside the Achraf Hakimi incident, is why FIFA has made changes to their policy for the remainder of the World Cup. Now, FIFA has changed its press conference translation rules days after the awkward viral moments following exchanges between Achraf Hakimi and Vinícius Júnior with journalists, of course. Now, a clip spread on social media after a FIFA official denied a Mexican journalist from asking a question in Spanish to Hakimi. The question for the PSG superstar came before Morocco drew 1-1 with Brazil at New Jersey Stadium, with Rodrigo Neles of Mexico's TV Azteca asking the question to Hakimi, who was born in Spain and speaks Spanish. Now, a Venezuelan journalist also requested an answer in Spanish from the Real Madrid superstar, and he says, "I'm with Brazil. I'm going to speak in Portuguese." Vinícius Júnior, that was his reply, that is. Now, FIFA has now confirmed to the Sporting News that Spanish will be made available as a fourth language at press conferences. Now, of course, a lot of people have been talking about this, especially regarding the fact that, hey, one of the countries hosting the tournament is actually a Spanish-speaking nation. And so many wonder why it wasn't inclusive from the very start of the game. But hey, better late than never. A quick break now. We'll be right back. This is Beyond the Game. still watching Beyond the Game on TVC. And of course, it's time for us to talk about your match predictions. What is it for you? Today, we have Spain Cape Verde. Yes, that's playing today. And I'm wondering what your predictions are for that game. A lot of people are pushing perhaps 2-1. Is it the same for you? No? Okay, but then we also have the Belgium versus Egypt match also happening today. So what is your prediction? It'll be nice to hear from you. Use the hashtag Beyond the Game on TVC. We're looking forward to it. And then there's Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay as well. There is no doubt that Uruguay is a very, very strong team. So we see how that plays out, right? Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay. Now, if you get the prediction right, you might be going home with 50,000 naira. The player who scores, the timeline. Now, note, you have to give the details, okay? So we're talking about what the eventual score will be, the player who scores, or players as the case may be. So you play out your predictions. I mean, you're going to be getting 50,000 naira. And of course, it's going to the very first correct prediction. So the match you're choosing, okay? So you can even give for all three. We have Spain versus Cape Verde, Belgium versus Egypt, and Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay. So give us your predictions, not only your predictions, but also the players who you believe will score, and maybe the timeline. Yes, maybe that might distinguish you from others who actually predict, okay? So give us your timeline as well. We're looking forward to seeing your predictions. It's been quite an interesting time with you this afternoon on Beyond the Game, bringing you highlights on the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mary Bashwa Alimi. I really hope you have a fantastic afternoon.